Hey guys, how's everybody doing? This is gonna be an introductory video of what I'm gonna be pretty much talking about for the all over my channel. So as you can see here, got a lot of records that I've been collecting over the past few years. Here, I started 2011. I think that's when it was. My very first album I ever got was Blood Sugar Sex Magic by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I still remember that. I still have it. It's in here too, and still one of my favorites by them. But in this whole channel, I'm going to be discussing vinyl that I get, and I will share with you guys as well. And kind of anything that I've found that may be coming out soon that I want to talk about, or anything that I find like really rare at, like, I usually go to the Electric Fetus out in Minneapolis, Minnesota here. It's probably my number one place to go for albums, I should say. That store's been there forever, and everybody there is super super nice and really helpful, and they have a great selection. I always find at least two things there, so it's a really cool place. If you haven't checked it out, you really need to head down and go to that. But mostly in this video, it's going to be all raw. I'm not going to do a lot of editing because I don't want to really miss anything that I'm going to be really talking about. So I'm going to try and keep that to a minimum if I can. There's some things I may have to cut out. But overall, I'm going to be just doing vinyl reviews and updates from me. And I'll be talking a little bit about the record and kind of what my take is on it, and something that's similar, and what I kind of felt when I was listening to it. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys all of that awesome knowledge about kind of what I know about these things, and I'm gonna be probably posting a video probably sometime tomorrow or today, maybe. I'm not sure. We gotta figure that out. But it's gonna be the new Safian Stevens. Is that how you say its first name? I don't know. It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. His new record, Carrie and Lowell. I have it actually up over here. You guys can't really see it, but this album it's deep, super super deep. I mean, wow, blow your mind deep. Like, it takes your heart and it just rips it out of your chest. That's what this album is about, and I will be kind of going over that in my next video. But I just wanted to share with you guys kind of what is going to be happening here and what I'm usually going to talk about. I'm not sure how long the videos are going to be. It kind of depends on kind of what I'm reviewing, so to say. But yeah, so welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're here. You're here for a reason, I would say. And I'm gonna kind of share my knowledge about records and stuff with you guys, and maybe find some new music for you. That's what I really love to do, is just find new stuff. That's like the best feeling in the world, when you're just going through all these records at the record store or even online, and you stumble upon this one, and it just hits you and it clicks with you, and that's just like the greatest feeling ever, in my opinion. So guys, this is just gonna be, I don't really have a really fancy name for this site or anything. It's just my name. I will mention that I also make my own music as well. It's all instrumental tracks that I've made over the past few years here. I do have two albums out right now. One is a full-length record, and the other is kind of an EP of 5 songs. And I will leave links down in the bottom for you to check those out if you want to check them out. Of course, it's totally up to you. My very first album that I ever did was Out of the Depths Into the Light. It's very very personal for me, as most of my stuff is. A little bit backstory about that is, the reason I made the record, I've had all these tracks. I went to music school and I've made a whole bunch of tracks a long time ago, and I've never thought to really do anything with it, and so they've just been sitting on my hard drive and just never really got a chance to really share it with anybody. But I met this amazing person. Her name is Mary. She's actually, we're not together anymore, sadly, but You know, life goes on. What can you do? You know, sometimes you just gotta let it go. But I really fall back on her for making this record possible and really pushing me to kind of share my music with everybody and kind of let people know kind of what I do and what my concepts for music are, because I'm a really big audiophile. I have a really open mind to a lot of stuff. There probably isn't anything you could show me that I would just say, oh, that shit is crap. I would never ever say that. I have a very open mind with things. If it's pop music, you can get the hell out, because that is the only thing that I will just beat you down on, because that is crap. Crap, 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 crap. Most of the people don't even write their own songs. They hire people to do that for them. It's like, why would I want to listen to it if it's someone that they don't even write their own music? They hire someone to do that. I'm not for that at all. I just don't believe in that at all. There's no heart in it anymore. And that's kind of what I really hate about music now, is there's not a lot of heart in it anymore. No one really puts their soul into the music that they're making. Not saying that's everybody. Not saying that at all. There's some bands and groups and artists that really just do it for the money, and that's not how it was. That's not how it should be. It should just be for you. It could be fucking 5 songs. You know, that could be it, and that's fine. You know, and I think people should take their time writing music. I don't think there should be a time frame like, oh, you have to release something by next year, else we're gonna drop you. That's stupid. The record companies aren't in it for you. They're in it for the money. That's why I'm not a part of any of that BS, because I don't stand for that. I don't. If it takes me 5 years to write an album, it takes me 5 years. You know, done. It could be amazing. You know, I'm not gonna rush my creativity just for someone that wants to make a buck. You know, I'm not gonna do that at all. That's not me. But kind of going back to where I was, I had to go on a rant there a little bit. Really hits home with me for that one. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. And some people may argue, well, they could be doing that. Some people don't. You know, like I said, not everybody's like that. I understand that. But that's kind of just the direction that people are going now, and it's really not what we should be going in at all. Um, Back to my first record, Out of the Depths in the Light. Mary was the person who really, really made me step out of my comfort zone, so to say, and she knew I had a whole bunch of stuff just lying around, just little stuff I made, just it could just be just piano or something, or just drums, just something simple that I never really thought to really do a lot about. Um, but she was the one that really, really pushed me to really kind of share what I had inside me, you know, with everybody else, and kind of open myself up. And so I made a whole bunch of CDs for my first record. Sold all of them, actually. I maybe have one or two, one that's mine, but I printed like 30 or some. I can't remember. But I thought, I'm not gonna sell all these. You know, it's my first one. You know, no one's gonna buy it. Everybody, I sold every single one of them except for the one I have, and maybe one more, and that was it. But I was very, 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 very pleased with how that went over. Very, very pleased about that. It makes you feel really good as an artist to know that someone's listening. You know, that's what we want. You know, as artists, we want to connect with you or somebody, at least just one person that maybe could, you know, message you and say, hey, you know what, man, that record was amazing. It really hit home with me. That makes my day. You know, if I can change one person's life with my music, I've done my job. You know, I don't think making music as a job. I don't think that. It's your career. You know, it's what you love to do. You know, everybody says, you know, if you're working, if you have something you really love, it's not a job, because you never feel like you're working. It's just something you love to do. You know, it's your passion. And writing music is my passion, and music in general is really my passion. Um, so yeah, I play drums and piano, so I have a lot of musical background. I've been playing drums for about 8 years now. 8 years, and piano about probably the same, 4 or 5 maybe. So, and I went to school for music production and recording, so I know Logic and Pro Tools and all that stuff. And I usually make my tracks in Logic, actually, with loops that I have available to me. I've never really stepped out and played anything and then brought it over and then made it into a song before. All the stuff I'm making that you'll hear in my music is loops that I've either cut up or done something with to make what I'm trying to feel come out. And which is really cool. Not a lot of people can do that. I just have loops. I don't do anything fancy, I just have an idea in my head and I just throw it out there, and I go for it, and it's a really interesting process. A lot of people do it too. A lot of people make beats and stuff, and it's just sometimes a song takes me like a week to do, maybe 5 days, 5 hours. I don't know. It always varies on how fast I can get my knowledge out. And so that really is the determining factor of what I make. So if you guys do want to check that out, it's Out of the Depths into the Light by me, Jake Beck. It's on iTunes right now. I think it's $10. I can't remember. So if you do want to go ahead and purchase it, guys, feel free. I'm also on Spotify, so if you don't really have the money, which I'm not too big about at all, I just want you guys to listen. You can go on there too, and I'm also on Bandcamp as well. So I'm kind of available to all things. That's what I try and do, is kind of get available to all people instead of just iTunes. So yeah, that's about as long as these videos probably get. Maybe with the reviews a little bit shorter, but overall that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about: music reviews, my stuff that I'm making, anything vinyl really. I know I make CDs and I kind of contradict myself a little bit because I'm like, oh, vinyl is awesome, and it is. It is like the best. Vinyl is the best quality you can get ever. Nothing beats it. There could be those dumbasses that think, oh, there's so much noise on it, why don't you just get a CD and there'd be nothing, it's just silent. And it's like, this is from a quote, so don't think I'm just blowing this out my head, but it's like the world has surface noise. I'd rather have something that is taken from the studio and not compressed down or cut up or smushed in to make it into an MP3 or a WAV file, and just, I like that, I like that nothing is cut out of these. Nothing is cut out of vinyl. It is straight from what was heard when they tracked it, and that's really what really sits with me. And I'm all about sound, I want the best sound I could possibly get. So CDs are only my option right now because I'm not a millionaire, and I'm not with a label, so for reasons I just discussed, I would really like to press my records on vinyl. It's just extremely expensive, and I can't press just 30. No one's gonna do that. I think the lowest is like 500. I would just have shit stacked up the walls. I'd never sell all of them. Maybe one day, maybe I'll get there and try and press some of my stuff. That's what I'm hoping for. That's really what my goal is. But yeah, guys, that's kind of a wrap for this video. Like I said, in my next video, we'll be talking about the new Sufjan Stevens. I'll find out how to say that, I promise. I'm not going to butcher this anymore. I'm just going to say Stevens, Carrie and Lowell came out this year. Very, very great record that I will be discussing with you guys. So I will see you guys in the next video of that. Thanks a lot, guys.